Sale is on. P.S. How cute is this shaker bottle? So is this Instagram post labeled as an ad? Yes. And that's about the
YouTube.
These teas are dangerous. And
What's going on? First and foremost, I didn't even know my original video was uploaded. I meant to take it down and edit it or whatever. But just noticed some comments on that video. You know what I mean? So I figured I'd do a response video because I'm big on. First off, I'm big on. I don't say shit on the internet that I wouldn't say in person to somebody. But I feel like a lot of y'all don't live by no same creed with the shit that y'all like to post on the comments and say. Because in real life, these statements will get the shit slapped out of one of y'all. Somebody called me a coon for trying to be, not ignorant when I talked about stop Asian hate. Because, you know, it's easy to get up here and talk about how we hate another group of people and how they deserve this and they deserve that. But these be the same niggas who want to talk about white supremacy but want to adapt a supremacist mindset, a bigoted mindset. Goofy, dick-sucking ass niggas want me to sit here and be just as hate-filled as the people that are supposedly and supposed to be against.
They are dangerous, not only logically, but also reinforce the outdated idea
someone named Maxie said, "Don't be a coon and love Asians."
My image to promote this product was not a great move. That said, I hope it serves as a learning experience.
Who the fuck are you talking to, bro?
And Christina, I really wish that.
Like, outside of this internet shit, outside of anything else, like, what makes you think, because I'm not being an ignorant ass, that I love a particular group of people to the point that I can't give an honest opinion? Who the fuck are you? Who raised you? Where's your father? Find that nigga and slap him for raising you to be that pussy. When you speak on certain topics, the best thing you can do is to not be ignorant. The best thing is when you address an issue amongst two communities is to address it in a way where you're not offending either side outside of just saying the truth. The truth is going to get you offended regardless because it's the fucking truth. But what I'm not going to do is perpetuate bigotry and prejudice and then get on a platform and talk about why it's wrong. You sound fucking dumb. A lot of you niggas be sounding dumb, but get on here and have a platform to talk about so you can, you know, spew your anger and vitriol out to the world, and enough ignorant niggas agree with you so you start thinking that your shit is valid. Nah, my nigga. Just because I'm speaking on race relations from a perspective of a black man, that doesn't mean I get to disrespect other races because my plight's understood. And that's a very ignorant connotation for any one of us to try to take and use as an excuse to say ignorant shit. Do I have issues with the Asian community and how the Asian community has interacted with black children? The violence that been perpetuated? That some people are using Asian hate as a way to advocate their stereotypes and call the police on niggas knowing they'll jump to the defense? We could talk about that all day. And we did talk about it in my last video, actually. Because I brought it up in the first place. So what the fuck are you talking about, love Asians? I love people, my nigga. I'm a people person. And I don't ever go out my way to offend anybody. Period. You don't take the actions of the person that offended you and then try to justify it by saying what it did to you. Because if it's dishonorable, you still did something dishonorable regardless of who did it first, who's the progenitor of the action. You don't get to do some dirt nasty shit and be like, oh, well, I mean, you know, they've been doing us that and that. It doesn't matter, my nigga. It doesn't matter. People have been racist to us for 500 years. You don't get to practice the same bigotry that annihilated us as a community. Why? What did we learn at that point? What are we fighting against if we're adapting the strategies and the mentality of our goddamn enemy? Y'all sound dumb. Niggas want to battle white supremacy and become supremacist. How does that work? Niggas say I record some potato last video. Like, y'all just be up here to talk shit. To talk shit. Mind you, the money I could spend on a new webcam, I use that for other shit. Because y'all shouldn't be giving a fuck about the quality of my video. I ain't no celebrity. Listen to the shit flying out my fucking mouth. The reason why race relations will always be shaky is because, just like the motherfucker who said that, no one wants to hear the other perspective. No one wants to understand the plight of other people. It's not for you to understand, to show sympathy even. But how can you have anger towards something you understand? How are you confused about why people treat you a certain way when you understand? To combat anything, you have to understand it. So for us to have good race relations, we have to be able to understand people's differences. You have to get it. We keep fighting the battle of why these people don't like us. The answer's right on our fucking face. You know why these niggas don't like us. You know why a lot of people don't like niggas. But that's not for us to take advantage and start attacking that same group of people the moment the power dynamic starts to shift our way. Because that lets me know that we're just waiting for the chance to switch roles with any white man in a position of power. We don't really care about fighting against white supremacy. We just want to switch our roles in it. We just want to be at the top of the pecking order too and tell other people to be beneath us. That what we're really fighting for? Maybe that's why the Most High curse us, trying to adapt the strategies of the devil. Everybody want to talk about how they're so conscious and Hebrew Israelite, all that silly shit, not realizing that y'all adapt a lot of devilish ways. But say that we're God's real people. How that work? I'm just somebody that holds our people accountable for what we're supposed to be. You're supposed to be the most connected to the created, and you have to carry yourself as such. Don't be stupid and allow bigotry to exist, but don't allow yourself to become a product of the bigotry in your environment. Your job is to be the better example. How do we fight against something that would perpetuate? How do we fight against prejudice and we perpetuate prejudice? Regardless of how I feel about anti-black sentiment from the Asian community that's been perpetuated against us for centuries. That don't make a nigga have hate in his heart. That was always there. That don't make somebody have hatred for another group as a whole. I peep shit about you motherfuckers. I know how to move around niggas. Personally, I feel like black people just need to have a separation from a lot of different people's cultures. And a lot of people we gave passes to be in our communities, making a lot of money off us without breaking bread. Give a lot of passes to these people. So they'll come in your community and give their opinions and talk and do that and third. I touched on this in the last video. When a nigga articulated it in a way so I can get my message across without ruffling feathers and offending people, I said the same shit in the last video. Stupid ass niggas just wanted to take it as me trying to love a certain group of people. I got love in my heart, period, my nigga. Period, man. Why do I get it though? There's a callousness that the internet gave people to get up here and say wild, nasty shit that you wouldn't say in front of somebody. I'm not that type of nigga, bro. If I wouldn't disrespect an entire group of people in front of this group of people, why the fuck would I get on my own in my house and disrespect them where millions of people could see? What's the fucking difference? In fact, that's pussy. Because why don't I do that in front of the Asian people that I'm friends with, that I talk to, that I broke bread with, why would I come to the internet and just give a y'all sound stupid. You know what I mean? Y'all sound real crazy to say that because a nigga decided to want to, have a lot more nuance to what I'm saying and not to give y'all the same social black conscious hotep talking points to actually show general understanding of the opposite side. It's very easy for me to give a perspective from a black nationalist standpoint, if that's my socio-economic position. But when I'm trying to give a statement on what race relations can be, just from an overall perspective, both sides have to see each other for what it is and see people's differences and learn to move forward based on that. But the issue is that when I say that, it turns into me loving another side. The problem with niggas is that we be expecting shit from people that they've never shown us. So it's best that we learn to understand different communities so we understand what to expect and what not to expect. But no. Niggas a coon. No. There's a balance, my nigga. Y'all can't become militant for your people and have hate in your heart at the same time. Because it's always going to spill out and go towards other directions. Nigga gonna say, boy, like, that offended me. Like, legitimately. Like, I would slap the shit out of you, my nigga, in real life for calling me a coon. Like, that's like spitting in my face, yo. Who the fuck do you think you talking to? Legitimately. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Maxie? Bro, don't you ever come on my platform and call me no fucking coon, yo. You sound crazy. Because I didn't say no hateful shit towards Asian people? Because I said the people who speak for the Asian community should be, held to task for the racism that their community perpetuates? Now I'm a coon? You know what? I'll be that. Y'all, I'll be that. You some Facebook nigga. You some YouTube nigga. You some non-existent nigga. So, like, cool, yo. But in the meantime, for the people who can see with a much more mature headspace and understand, a nigga was trying to convey his message in a way that I still articulated my points and said what needed to be said without mincing my words, but still finding a way to articulate it well, finding a way to articulate it in a way that the nuances of what I'm trying to say are also understood. And I think a lot of people like these blanket statements that are just hard pressed on is making this big stance just for the sake of, appeasing a certain audience. I'm not here to do that. I'm here solely for the basis of starting a genuine, honest conversation from a mature perspective on race relations in a place where everybody can come together and find solutions. Everybody can come together and people's differences can be acknowledged and understood, and we don't have to conform to another person's, inclinations just to be accepted. We shouldn't have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So, to the brother who wanted to call me out my name, suck my dick. Straight like that. I'm not I'm not really the fan of back and forth. This is my last response to that. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody made a comment about my thumbnail, said it looked kind of off. Maybe so, bro. It does. Probably does. I'm not changing it though. Like if y'all gonna, it's one of those things where I don't care about how I'm perceived, my nigga. Cause y'all gotta understand, there's a certain type of person that exists that I'm not an arguer. I'm not a guy who's gonna trade a lot of words with you past the point. Like I would just swing on you. So it's one of those where over the internet, there's only so much aggravation I can really express to you because past the point, I would just want to fight you. So it's one of those where this is probably my last time entertaining this YouTube shit for real. Cause I don't think I'm prepared for the level of ignorant ass comments that come my way. Cause there'd be a lot of IP addresses I'd be finding. So all the coon talking, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool, but let's pipe that shit down. especially when there's nothing else to contribute to the conversation. No one ever addresses the points made. No one ever addresses the statements. It's just y'all pick one little part to run y'all mouth about because y'all ain't agree, or nigga didn't kick that vitriol the way you want it. Meanwhile, y'all could look up a million other militant black people that will openly give you all the bigotry and prejudice that you want and the social conscious shit that you want to decide. Like, y'all want y'all positivity, but y'all want y'all ignorant shit at the same time. I ain't here to give you that. I'm sorry, my nigga. But that's my response to you goofy motherfuckers. The people that wanted to see you live and whatnot, the people that have been actually fucking with my video, salute to y'all and whatnot, man. But I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not a fan of all this dick eating, all these weird ass niggas making comments. Like, I throw hands, my nigga. So, you know, I'm not good at talking. Just keep your IP address private.